Would you like to know how to order a meal politely, like a British person? Well, stay tuned. We're going to talk about just that. Please subscribe to the channel and check out our playlists and our other videos so you can keep improving your English and speak British. And leave any comments or questions you have in the comment section below. Hi, and welcome to Lesson 7 of the 10 lesson series for the B1 level, intermediate. Today we're going to talk about how to order food at a restaurant or a cafe. And of course, we want to do that politely like a British person. We're going to see how key modal verbs can help us to do this. For example, can, could, would, may, and should. By the end, you'll be able to order a nice meal with confidence and very politely. So we're going to start by looking at some key words and explaining the context of them, and so we can understand a bit about vocabulary in a restaurant setting. So first of all, menu is where we see the food that we want to order. Can I see the menu, please? See the word can? That's a modal verb. Starter is like the small plate of food you get before the main meal. I'll have the soup as a starter, please. Starter. Main course, that's the big meal. The reason you go to the restaurant. For my main course or my main meal, I'll have the spicy pasta, side dish. This is usually something like salad or chips or something else that is an addition to the main meal. Can we order some chips as a side dish? Or we'd like to order some chips as a side dish, please. Although some people say sides. That's probably American. Dessert or pudding. Can I see a dessert menu? Do you have any vegan options for dessert? Nah. Drinks. What would you like to drink? Can I get a glass of water, please? Can I get a glass of water, please? I'd rather have a pint. Bill. Now, Bill is short for William, but in this context, it means the paper that tells you how much you have to pay. Can I have the bill, please? Or could we have the bill, please? Can we not have the bill? Special. Now, if you speak Spanish, you know that it's hard to avoid putting the E on the beginning of words spelled S. So practice this. If you speak Spanish or another language that has a similar issue, do this like a serpent, like a snake, and then you say the word. So special. Don't say especial. That's not correct. Special. What's today's special? So special in this context is like a meal that they're only offering today, or something that the chef has decided to make that's a little bit more special. Table for two is literally a table where two people can sit. Table for two. We'd like a table for two, please. Or it can be 4 or 5 or 6, any number. But this time we're going to say a table for two. We'd like is we would like. Then the last word, waitress or waiter. They're the people who serve the food. The waiter brought our drinks, or the waitress brought us the bill. So there's some words and phrases we need when we are in a restaurant, and many of them have modal verbs. Just go through some of the modal verbs we've said here. Could I, we would like, can I get, and then we would like again. So some of the modal verbs that we've talked about, and we'll go into some more right now. The modal verbs are really good to speak politely. Instead of saying, give me this, or give me that, give me the pizza. See, that's very direct. And in England, in Britain, that's a bit rude. Give me a bottle of beer. Now, in England, to speak politely, we would say, can I have a bottle of beer? Or could I have a glass of wine? So a very polite way of speaking British English. So first of all, can. So it's the ability to do something or ask for something or receive something. Can I have the menu? Can I have a clean plate? It's polite but casual. Can. The next one, could. Now, don't forget, this word has a silent L in it. Could. We don't say the L. Could. Say after me. Could. And this applies equally It's the same for should and would. So don't forget that. Could, no L. Could I have the pasta, please? And we also put please when we make a request. Yeah, very good. Would. Now, would is another polite word. It has a silent L. It sounds exactly like wood from a tree. Wood. Exactly the same pronunciation. So in the previous sentences we had, I'd like the spicy curry, please. So again, I'd is short for I would. So I'd like, I would like. It's very polite, very nice. And the waiter may say it to you. He may say, would you like another drink? So that's can, could, and would. There's two more. May. Now that's a month of the year, April, May, June. But it's also a word, a modal verb. It's like a formal request or asking for permission for something. May I take your order? That might be said by a formal posh waiter. May I take your order, sir or madam? And if you're at the table with some other people, you may say, no, forget that bit. So should is the fifth modal verb we're looking at today. Now, that's not really a request, it's a suggestion. Should, giving advice. You should try the sticky toffee pudding. It's great. See? A suggestion. And it's a very good suggestion. Sticky toffee pudding. And custard. So they're the five modal verbs. Do you remember them? Can, could, would, may, and should. Five modal verbs. So now let's listen to a conversation between two people. That's how conversations normally are, where you'll spot vocabulary that we use in a restaurant and look out for modal verbs that are there in the text too.
Good evening, table for two.
Yes, please.
Can I take your drink order?
Could I have a sparkling water, please?
I'd like a lemonade.
Of course. Are you ready to order your food?
Could we have a few more minutes?
Of course. Our special today is a vegetarian shepherd's pie. You should try it. It's very popular.
That sounds good. I'll have the shepherd's pie, please.
I'd like the vegetable lasagna.
Lovely. Would you like any sides?
Could we get some garlic bread?
Certainly. I'll bring your drinks right away.
So did you see the phrases and the modal verbs? Can I take your order? Can I take your drink order? Can, drink. Could I have? Another one. Could I have? Very polite. I'd like a lemonade. So that's I would like. Could we have a few more minutes? Our special today is you should try it. I'd like a veggie lasagna. Would you like any sides, side orders, or side dishes? Could we get some garlic bread? Could we? And it says drinks at the end. So lots of vocabulary, lots of modal verbs. You should listen to that audio again just to practice for when you are in a restaurant or you are ordering food or drinks. Now we're going to do a little exercise. Well, I'll say a situation and you need to give me the answer with the vocabulary and the verbs that we've looked at today, the grammar. You need to answer with the correct grammar and vocabulary. Should we try? I'll give you a couple of examples. How can you say that you want to see the menu politely? Well, I'll give you this one. Could I see the menu, please? Could I see the menu, please? Okay, now it's your turn. You want to order a drink. What do you say? Did you have a go? Well, the example that I can give you is, I'd like a cup of tea, please. See how British that is? Using polite language and having a cup of tea and saying please. Brilliant. The waiter asks you if you want dessert or pudding. What do you say? You want to ask for the bill politely. What would you say? How would you ask for the bill politely? When you're ordering your starter, the waiter asks if you want the soup. How do you respond? You're eating at a restaurant with your friend and you really like a particular pudding or dessert. How do you suggest that your friend buy that pudding or dessert? Which pudding did you choose? So there's a few examples for you. Just a little point on dessert. There's two words that are very similar. Dessert, which is pudding, and desert, which is the dry, sandy area where you don't see any plants or life. Many places in Africa there are desert In many places in Africa there are deserts, but you do not want to order a desert in a restaurant. Don't forget, it's dessert. And you know how you can remember it? You deserve a dessert. See? Deserve dessert. Good trick for you there. So now you know how to order politely in a restaurant or a cafe. You know certain modal verbs that help you to speak politely. And you've got some vocabulary that can help you to order a nice meal or to understand what the waiter is saying to you or the waitress. So practice this before you go out to eat or before you buy a takeaway, and keep speaking British. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please recommend us to your friends and give us a big thumbs up and a nice comment after you finish watching the video. You should watch the next lesson in this series, B1 Intermediate Lessons, made specially for you. Until then, bye!